Alright. Okay, let's go.
Still alive. So that's progress.
This was your doing, wasn't it, Karlach? The destruction of my steel watch. Such a petty vengeance.
Those things were evil. Just like their papa. To think I ever worked for you. Proudly, too.
I never meant to harm you, dear. Merely to help you realize your vast potential.
You sent me to the hells. You let Zariel take my heart. As though any of it was yours to give away.
The greater good, Karlach. Something I wouldn't expect you to understand.
You feel no regret, do you? All right. How about fear, then?
Oh, you do quite misunderstand. I've already made a deal with your companion. We need each other.
Do we now?
Say nothing.
I'm sorry you feel wronged by how things ended between us all those years ago. But now we must look to the future.
You make it sound like we were lovers. Or friends. But that wasn't it. I trusted you. I respected you. It was my job to protect you. And that's what I did. I was so young. I didn't recognize evil when I saw it. When you turned on me, I was too dumbstruck to realize what was happening. No way he'd hurt me, I thought. He betrayed me for reasons I still don't quite understand. But I suppose evil has no real cause. It just is. Until it isn't.
You utter brat. You're going to burn this place down.
Good.
Say goodbye, Gortash.
No, you have to stop her. Do it, now!
Alright, well there you go. Here's a cool portrait. Back to controller because the portrait's bigger. Like, look at his portrait. It's pretty cool looking. That he really does look like a Final Fantasy villain. Like, he really does. He just has that whole Final Fantasy vibe to him. Like, so if you don't know, like the history of like the original Baldur's Gate games, though, like they came out in like 98, 2000, 2001, so they were heavily influenced by the Final Fantasy games. Like, there's art, like I don't know, they did interviews and stuff talking about like the influence of like Final Fantasy on their games. So not that surprising. Oh wow, he has a freaking, what's he have? He has a bubble on him. Authority. Crossbow. Alright. Immune to thunder. Is this everything else? Okay, fine.
I may not have claws, but I make three.
Sometimes the only way out is through. Good idea, I think.
This city is mine!
Shell of resistance. Dread ambusher.
Got to move.
Let's see here. am your death, huh? Nice. So now if you look at him, he has piercing vulnerability. Against this entity is doubled. Nice.
I'm heating up. Heading out.
Bleeding, nice. Almost got Gortash down. What? Broke my concentration, shoot. Well, that sucks. How's that piercing vulnerability? Gosh, Bloodthirst is a pretty good weapon. Okay, action search finishes off. Gortash down. Regicide. We should normalize regicide. Gortash's netherstone.
Quickly. Oak Father, ease my way.
Need to act fast. Have to keep going.
Nice. Yeah, if we took the 2-weapon fighting style, we'd probably be doing more damage.
Watch this. Cry about it.
About to explode, shoot. Alright. That fight was not that hard. Beating all the cops downstairs is way harder. Karlach has something to say.
This is a bust of the god Bane as he first appeared to Gortash in dreams, and was then described to a Rivington sculptor.
It's finished. It's done. I need to see him up close. I need to know he's dead.
Alright.
Soldier?
The cub speaks.
All covered in blood.
Gortash is no more.
And he was kind enough to bequeath his netherstone to us. We might yet manage to pull this off.
Okay, we should probably cast that shower spell. There we go.
Looking ahead.
Dame Mafrey, the orphan's friend, founded several orphanages in the outer city, as the lower city was no place for children, and the upper city declined to sponsor an orphanage.
Oh, that's pretty messed up.
Founder of the Flaming Fist. Later history is kinder to him than accounts from his time, which portray him as a cruel and hard-handed mercenary commander.
Well, he was a cop, so what do you expect?
First of the Bormal patriarch family to start his own venture, Alec is the unscrupulous bastard who made their fortune in mines and vineyards. Baldur's Gate ship captain Morgan Redlocks wed a man thrice her age. After the wedding, the groom suffered a heart attack. Redlocks converted his merchant ships into a pirate fleet. Carrick started from nothing, built a financial empire and founded the counting house. He refused to mingle with the other patriarchs, saying they didn't want me when I was an urchin, and now they can't have me.
Receipt for painting. Recent receipt for fee paid for full-length portraits of the god Bane with a side note Gortash's precise handwriting. Now he is doubly immortal. Alright.
Can't afford to stay idle. Let's get this lock to yield.
Got plenty of lockpicking tools. Honestly, knock the door.
What's next?
We can knock that. I don't know
Right.
why.
What now?
Knock. Really, that's all that's over there. Boring.
So Gortash is nothing more than a pile of flesh? Same as the rest of us. I feel like there should be a sunset for me to ride off into. Or an orchestral swell, or something. But there's nothing, is there? I killed the bastard who ruined my life, and my prize is that I get to crawl into a corner and die. Am I fucking missing something? I can't do it anymore. 10 years, man! It's enough! It's enough. He's dead. And he's no fucking sorrier now than he was before. What was the point? I'm still dying. I'm dying. I'm going to die.
Maybe we can still fix your engine, stabilize it.
Got a miracle in your back pocket you forgot to tell me about. I'm going to be as dead as a Gortash any day now. Any moment. And what then? Off to the City of Judgment to waste into oblivion? Into the dirt to get eaten by maggots? Is that it for me? Is that fucking all? And you'll just keep going, won't you? Watching the stars, warming your hands on the campfire, dancing, eating, making fucking love all night. All of it, all of it! That's my reward for everything I suffered. That's why I survived 10 years of torment. The fighting, the clawing, the loneliness, the fucking loneliness. All of it so I could rot. Because the person I trusted the most gave me away to the devil. It isn't fair. I don't want it like this.
Let it all out. It's about time.
I don't want to die. I want to live. I want to stay. What the fuck am I supposed to do now?
That's for you to decide.
I ought to just end it all now. On my terms. But then who'd save this godforsaken town? Let's get out of here. I've always hated this place. Stupid fucking gigantic bridge or whatever. I think I need to go to camp for a while. Be alone. Scream at the sky. You can come and find me later if you want to. Thanks for listening. For existing. Love you.
Oh, she just... Oh, complete. Fiery friend. Is her quest complete then? Oh, we want to take off stuff. Phase Optimizer, Reflecto Guard. Note from Hellstick. Lord G, yes, if necessary, I could get you back into House Hope, for the right price, of course, but I doubt they'd be happy to see you again. You didn't exactly leave on the best terms. However, you know your business better than I or anyone else. H, Devil's Fee. You fabricated Arbalast. Heavy crossbow. Cloak of Authority. Can't be frightened and cannot be afflicted with other motion altering conditions. You have advantage on intuition checks and insight checks. Chronicle Bajak Boots. You gain +1 bonus charisma check saving throws. Ha ha ha. Netherstone studded gauntlets. Enervating Suffusion. Your unarmed attacks deal an additional 1d4 force damage. Ice spellcast, you gain +1 bonus save. Spell save DC. Unarmed attacks, huh?
The last stone. I need to see it for myself. There it is. So innocent, but such potential. You have done very well indeed.
The Netherstones pulse with psionic energy, permeating you, pulling you in line with their rhythm. The thrum quickens, rising, cresting on a single feeling. A location.
As I expected, the docks under the city must lead to a morphic pool. That's where the Chosen imprisoned the brain.
Why would they put it there?
To conceal it, one would imagine. And to maintain the illusion of their own control above ground.
Do you think we're ready to face the Elder Brain?
With the stones in hand and the Chosen dead, we stand as good a chance as we ever will. As to how good a chance that is, I cannot say. But I have hope.
Alright, I'm not ready.
You are right to be cautious. A fight with the most powerful being in all the realms is not to be entered into ill-prepared. Once we cross into the Elder Brain's domain, there will be no turning back. We will end this one way or another, in death, thraldom, or freedom. Finish your business here before you proceed. The Brain will be waiting for us.
Alright. I don't know how much we can trust the Emperor, but let's go. Got complete Gortash Netherstone. A bunch of journal entries, so let's... Journal entries. Okay. Journal. Nice. Defeat Gortash, took his Netherstone. We have all 3 Netherstones for possession. It is time to go to the Morphic Pool and face the Elder Rain. You should head to the sewers. Did as much as we could for Karlach's heart and helped her get revenge on Gortash. All she wants now is to see the city saved. Complete. Oh, are we done with her theme? We still have to find Shadowheart's theme. Tolna's office. Alright. Well, I'm encumbered. Got other people to loot. Alright, so let's go put the loot on somebody else. At least the heavy items. Gortash's hand. Gross. Okay, anyone else have anything to say?
Poor Karlach. Having to face her own mortality in such a definitive manner. Though the rest of us is still liable to perish, if it's any consolation. Aren't you a sight for sore?
Karlach needs time. Space. But more than this, I think. She needs to know she is not alone.
What Karlach needs is for her friends to help her find a cure.
And answers, justice. 10 years of her life back. All manner of things we cannot give her. She's already lost her heart. She deserves better than to have her friends heap happy lies upon her.
I don't know what else to do, Jaheira.
Then there's 2 of us. That might be worth a look.
Alright. Shield Steward interrogation log. Transcript of key passage in the interrogation of Floris Nuge, today steward of the Knights of the Shield Hall. Black Hand. When did you begin to suspect that Duke Stelmane was not herself? Nuge. I cleared her dinner dishes after a meal of mutton pie, but when I got the dish up to the kitchen, the mutton was brains? Black Hand brains? Nuge, and not sheep brains either, so I started poking around. Blackhand in the Elson cellar, Nuge. In the Knight's secret chambers, yes, and I found a cell with a body and a corpse in city prison stripes. Blackhand, a dead state prisoner? If I tell you about this, you're going to let me go, right? Blackhand, right. Nuge, it was a condemned criminal, top of their head shattered and the brain mostly gone. Blackhand, in Stelmane's rooms? Nuge, the secret part, yes. That's where she found me. She what? Found me, it found me. At first I thought she was blue and floating, but then it was just Stelmane. She smiled. I don't remember anything after that. Wait, so Stelmane ended up becoming a mind flayer? Or wait, or did she... Interesting. Ripped her the Blackhand gloves. Oh, unarmed stuff. Unarmed attacks. All dusk boots. You cannot be forcibly moved by foe spells or actions, and you ignore effects difficult terrain. When you fail a saving throw, you may use your reaction to succeed instead. Huh. Those actually sound pretty good. Actually sound way good. Accelerate grand design. Accelerate grand design. The key points. Top leaders in the Banai hierarchy effectively implement that what the Mad Haloon, known as Blue Apex, named the Accelerated Grand Design. Is important that you understand its broad outlines. Don't worry about the details. Leave those to me. A central element of this plan is that our dominated elder brain lays a lithid tadpoles that induce a state of suspended ceramorphosis, in which the host does not transform into mind flayer. Instead, the tadpole becomes psychic minions of the hive mind of the elder brain, which they perceive as a goddess, a deity of conquest called the Absolute. This Absolute, however, obeys the commands of the Chosen of the Dead Three, and needless to say, as Bane is the god of tyranny, our allies who worship Baal and Merkel must in the end defer to us. Ha ha ha. That's Bane always thinks he's gonna rule everything. Let's see here. Savior. Because we can cast Misty Step as a thing, so maybe... Teleportation. And slip on grease or ice. Oh, these are pretty good. Dirty save throws, like... Auto teleportation. The Misty Step is better than Shadow Teleportation usually. Shadow Teleportation is an action. This is a bonus action. It's like once per long rest though, I think.
Shouldn't have
We'll try
retreated
it.
in more interesting times.
Vulnerable Patriarchs. Lord Gortash. Obedience before all. Based on their levels of influence crossed index with vulnerability to various forms of pressure, bribery, blackmail, direct threats. The following are top 8 peers in Parliament. A target in the next 10 days. Duke Dillard, Pordeer, Lord Raylith Janath, Lord Ruth Lineker, Lady Madeline Whitburn, Lord Herilin, Lady Harold Vanthumper, Lady Silver Shashenstar, Lord Sarkin Eomene. With utmost respect, the Black Hand of Loyalty. Black Hands are like those dark paladins. Alright. Oh man, so much more stuff to read. Journal of Enver Gortash. I knew it'd be risky to give one of the Netherstone stones to loose catapult Orin. When I look into her eyes, I can feel something, though I'm not sure what to call it. And after all, what's the point of a grand alliance of the Dead Three without old Baal? Thought I could depend on that aged stump Kethric, however, it never even occurred to me he could be brought down by some random collection of shabby adventures. Obviously, possession of the weapon was the key element. But do the vagabonds possess the weapon, or does the weapon possess them? It's just as a great sage to say. A plan will take you only so far, and then you have to fall back on principles and as much control as the guiding principle of the committed Banite. It's axiomatic that I must be in control of all 3 netherstones. A solution is obvious. Pit the vagabonds against the loose catapult, and once they bring the other 2 netherstones, we'll find suitable positions for them in the new order to follow. Not the Illithid's grand design, of course, but the golden reign of Gortash. Yeah, that has a nice ring to it. Then we shall deal with our naughty absolute brain and its growing propensity to throw petulant psionic tantrums. It's no accident that I chose to place it in the dome cavern beneath the upper city. The location is perfectly formed to concentrate the psychic force of the netherstones, concentrated in such a degree that not even our netherese enhanced brain will be able to resist my commands. Want to control all 3 netherstones naturally, and the sooner the better. Memoirs of recent addenda. Memoirs by Gortash outlined for Chapter 4. I re-established worship of Bane in Baldur's Gate as a hidden cult. I realized the secret worship of Baal is also on the resurgent, and equipped myself with the local leader, an actual Baal spawn. A Baal spawn and I worked together on heists from House of Wonders and discovering common goals, forging alliance. In dreams, the Baal spawn and I are visited by Baal and Bane, who name us as their chosen and command us to seek out an ally, Ketheric Thorn, the chosen of Miracle. Visiting Ketheric at Moonrise Towers, I learned of the Mind Flayer colony in the Underdark below and conceived a plan to conquer Solar Brain using the Crown of Karsus. The Baal spawn and I employ a Dalbal service is to gain access to Mephistar and steal the crown. We 3 chosen use the crown to enslave the colony's elder brain. During that raid, the Baal spawn is betrayed by a Baalist second in command, Orin the Red, who usurps the Baal spawn's power and declares herself Baal's new chosen. Following my master plan, the new trio brainstorms Grand Hoax the Absolute. Note where to put in the astral prison and the adventurers who took it after its theft from Vlaakith, and when to admit considering taking them as my new allies. So interesting. So Sarvak was the chosen, and then Orin usurped him. The Astral Prism Heist. That should be interesting. Gortash Private Memoir Notes, number 16. The Astral Prism Heist. After that dream I had about the Githyanki threat to our accelerated grand design, my research led me to pour through the old archives left behind in Moonrise Towers by the Heralds. These records include some surprising early sources, both the Githyanki and Githzeri that mention relic or artifact called the Astral Prison or Prism. Though the source of its power is unstated, the artifact was appeared to be able to project a field that disrupted Illithid psionics. Such an artifact could clearly be an existential threat to both our absolute ambitions and grand design. All 3 of the ancient sources agreed the astral prison was in the hands of the Githyanki Lich Queen Vlaakith. Thus was born the plan to send a tadpole team strike to a regrown nautiloid piled by the Emperor to steal the astral prison from Vlaakith. Interesting. The ultimate state. What is progress? Progress is the movement of society and culture towards the state of collective unity. Without unity, mortals, each with their own individual agenda, blunder against each other, causing friction, conflict, war. Unity, peace, and prosperity is achieved when collective follows a single agenda, that one superior person. Runaway egocentrism, that urge often miscalled free will, is the one true enemy of unity. Free will must be eliminated. Control of the brain is key. The netherese tadpole, the perfect tool. Tadpole, the brain is free of egocentrism to follow the agenda of unity. Tadpole brain is a happy brain. There is no conflict except against the enemies of unity. And the brain is all you need. Once freed from its agendas of free will, it can also be freed of the frailties of the mortal form. The brain can live forever in a still body, or even better, control that body from afar. This is progress. This is the ultimate state. Lord Enver Gortash.
No traps, please.
I think I'm encumbered again. Is how we've read this one. Archduke's leadership. Order of the Gauntlet on matter. Something good is the absence of evil. It means to seek peace, and to enforce it. It means to seek depravity and to denounce it. It means to trust in your God and yourself, for the greatest good of all is called faith. Goodness is not lawfulness. Law is commandment of God or of mortals. It is call of authority and the sanction of its opponents. Law is the father of order. To renounce it is invite chaos, in which there is neither meaning nor life. Law can be corrupted. Lawfulness is not goodness. I remember reading this book way back in Act 1, but from in the building with the Paladins of Tyr in it, the fake Paladins of Tyr. I say to you, then, that we seek not to be good or to be lawful, but to be just. For what is it to be good if we cannot define the acts that oppose it? What is it to be lawful if it is the devil's commands you obey? Justice is the hand that feeds the hungry and shield that guards the weak. It is the sword that fells the wicked, and it is the cloak that warms the indigent. It is for justice that the Order of the Gauntlet stands watch, and it is justice that Tyr and Torm, Helm and Hor demand. I always wonder if it's a bug when it says you can't reach this on stuff that you can totally see. Always feels like it might be a bug. That's not bad. Ooh, kind of a nice one too. Very formal though. I think I like this one. This one's just kind of cute. Alright. I have so much stuff I should sell. Alright, finally. We should probably go back to my adventuring clothes. Alright. Oh, there's a bunch more stuff on the table. Baldur's Gate Temple of Baal. Report for Lord Gortash by Scribe Yonthus. Your humble servant must report a failure in his assigned task of determining the location of Baal Temple. Its location is known in a general sense. It's in the haunted temple during subterranean complex, usually called the Undercity Ruins. But though these ruins are said to be accessible from Baldur's Gate's sprawling sewer system, accounts differ on the location of this access point. Even if one could find a way into the ruins, they are extensive, and the temple's location within them is no longer certain. The temple was the last active during the time of the Baal's leader, Saravuk, over a century ago, and is said to have fallen into disuse after his passage. I shall report to the disciplinarian to expiate my failure. Asian Blind's Knights of Shield report. Attempts to displace the Knights of Shield from their smuggling contraband networks have been more difficult than anticipated. We face a shortfall in reaching our target quota and wresting key clients from the Knights. Our assumption that we could pry business away from the Knights by simply offering their clients better percentage proved naive. With fences and customs, runners routinely choosing loyalty to the Knights over profit. Negotiations with prospective clients has proven so difficult that we now believe the Knights exert some sort of influence over their partners beyond the profit motive. The indications are that this influence is psychic rather than magical. Further investigation is required. With utmost respect, the Black Hand of Loyalty. Oh, wow. So they're using the Mind Flayer psionic abilities. Ooh. Next steps. Gortash private memoir notes, number 17. Pacifying the city. From the standpoint of control of the masses, the elder brain's rate, tadpole vivipari is disappointing. There will never be enough larvae to tadpole all the citizens of Baldur's Gate, or even the majority. The alternative approach to pacifying the city is two-pronged. First, we take control of the municipal executive functions from the top down by leveraging fear of the absolute to get the appointed Baldur's Gate Archduke. Second, we deploy a program selected tadpoling key individuals as larvae become available. All the city's power centers are effective under my control. Assuming the success of this scheme, we should begin to spare a nursery or two of tadpoles to begin the same process now. I must interview my southern ancients to determine who will be best to execute this plan. Schematic compendium. This portfolio of notebooks is stuffed with page after page of diagrams and schematics, recognizable as Gondian designs for magically enhanced mechanisms, but amended and expanded by notes in Gortash's precise handwriting, with emendations such as infernal hellfire power sources, lithic synapse cable wiring, and even Githyanki image projection technology. Particularly striking is a diagram of a giant still watcher variant with a note in Gortash's hand reading, "Weight insupportable, cut the mass." Studies of elder brains. A report of Lord Gortash by Scribe Yanthus, an illicit elder brain is many things, absolute ruler of its mind flayer colony, a fount of procreation through its production of illicit larvae, the so-called tadpoles, but most of all, an elder brain, a supremely powerful organic calculator, a mental machine able to process a vast number of simultaneous thought processes. It is always 100 moves ahead and cannot be surprised except by sudden confluence of unexpected variables. Mortal genius and innovation are no match for its sheer computational power. Below this, a node is appended in Gortash's precise handling. No weakness, but the unexpected. Seems I shall need unexpected allies. Stelmane connection. As previously reported, the position of the Knights of Shell is the leading smuggling syndicate in Baldur's Gate, strong anomalously so. Generous bribery of key operatives elicited the information that the Knights are working hand in glove with a member of the Council for Duke Belin Stelmane. Though Stelmane shows evidence of increasing debility due to some sort of wasting disease, her influence over the transfer of contraband to this gate has only grown as her physical abilities have declined. Solving this enigma should give us the key to bringing down the Knights. Investigations continue with utmost respect, the Black Hand of Loyalty. I remember Will saying she was in failing health. Gosh dang it. Numbered. Alright, so I think we want to go back to camp. Only to recruit another ally.
A fine deed we have done to rid Faerun of this man. All helm hair and a haughtiness. Oh, this was the Lord Gortash we were sworn to do battle with, Boo. All the better then.
Follow me.
Minsk shall be your shadow, as Boo is his.
Alright. Oh, there's Karlach. She has on the same.
Hey, soldier. You're back.
I've been worried about you. Are you alright?
Yeah. Despite my best efforts. I kept trying to flop over and give up, but Karlach just won't let me. Did I miss anything important?
Nothing important.
That's a change. Seems like world-shattering revelations are coming at us from every angle these days. You know, soldier, we're so fucked. The Dark Three are trying to consume the Sword Coast. We've still got tadpoles in our eyes, and I've got a ticking time bomb in my chest. I'm not sure anyone has ever been more fucked than this. And yet, we're fine. In this moment, we're fine. Here I am. There you are. Breathing, talking, even laughing if we want. Is it very precious to say that despite it all, I'm happy?
You're happy, I'm happy.
In that case, there's something I wanted to ask you. Will you stay with me when it's time for me to go? I think I can do anything if you're there. Even die.
Of course I'll be there, Karlach. Whatever you want.
Thank you. Now, enough tragedy. I'm not gone yet, and our schedule is packed with important heroics, isn't it? Plus, if I cry anymore, I'm gonna run out of tears and start leaking motor oil. Thanks for everything, soldier. I'm extremely glad to be in this thing together.
All right.
Karlach has had her mortality defined to her in most cruel terms. I do not know if we can help her, but perhaps we can at least be there for her. It seems like you've no...
Oh, did not mean to hit that one.
No sense dawdling. Karlach has precious little time left to her. We'd do better than to waste it.
Alright.
Whatever happens next, be sure
Does no
that
gold.
I will document.
Alright.
The agony of knowing the end is near. I spent years swatting away my fears and doubts of my infernal fate, and I eventually made my peace. I had to. You will too, Karlach. I know it. Until then, I'm here every step of the way.
Alright. Oh, you should put depositor books. That's what you should do. So many books. All right. Okay, wait, where is Minsk?
Steel sharp, hamster hungry.
Okay, well that's a bit awkward. Huh. Fashion instructions, you know what to do. Let the lordling think your friend, follower, ally. Let him know. No peace. Trust no fawning faces gaze upon him. You are sent to Harrow's halls and stalk his shadow until the chance rise spike him where he stands. If caught, let him know. We are coming. Let him know Orin is coming. The letter bears no signature, only a vicious smear of dark red. Interesting, like a store and send some assassins. Flash blinder, huh? Alright.
I trust Lord Gortash to protect this
Okay.
city, but unless he can secure the trade.
Okay. Yeah, not sure why he spawned way up here, but he did. Can figure out how to get downstairs. Well, maybe it's good to be here.
The finder keeps, yes?
This report of Lord Gortash about Flaming Fist security at the Worm's Rock Fortress. Though the author of the report, the Black Hand of Loyalty, can find few real problems with Fist's protocols and practices, they nonetheless seem to enjoy taking potshots of the fortress commander, Blaze Illin, of which following is a typical example. Despite the conspicuous lack of readiness of the roof ballista teams, Blaze Ellen prefers to spend much of her day personally reviewing admissions to the South Drawbridge checkpoint rather than tending to the more tedious task of Flame Fist administration. Alright. Okay, that's where they are. Okay, so...
Not as bad as it could have.
Let's see, where is...
Wits and blades, always sharp.
We're pretty much full on spell slots. I think we don't rest. Alright. So... Oh! Karlach's quest is... Our fiery friend, there it is, down in the completed section. Alright. Dude, I forgot about I could check the main reason open that is to figure out which quests we need. So we need to go get that thing for Sorcerer's Sundries. You need to find wherever this House of Grief is. Stop the Press. We haven't even tried that one yet. Cazador's Palace. We haven't figured out where that is either. We not talked to Elmelum yet? I could have swore we did. So let's fast travel.